let's lock this up. Perfect. Hey everybody, welcome back to another video of Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. Sandra here, and we are in the TV movie car series. And today we are going to be working on one of my favorite cars. And currently we're at the junkyard because the Ram 3500s for both series, you know, it's the main truck for the shop. And so we're still looking for parts for it. I haven't been able to find nothing yet. So I'm going to keep on keeping on, you know what I mean? Alright, Ram 3500, where are your parts? Where are you? I know you're here somewhere. Where are you at? Nothing. I wonder where they're hiding them all. Ooh, what's this? A Supra. No gosh darn, eh? You know what? We're gonna buy this. I think I already got one, but we're gonna buy another one. Is it? Please tell me. Please tell me. Yeah, buddy. But I need this. Yep. I got a space at the garage for it. I need this car. You'll understand why when I get back to the shop. Alright, let's see. Nothing. Nothing. It will all make total sense when we get back to the shop. No Ram 3500 parts, man. What the heck going on? No redneck be dropping out parts today or what? Shit. And over there looks like we got a Tesla, maybe? Maybe Aston Martin. Oh, never mind, it's a BMW. Pro car. That's what that would be right there, man. She's fast as heck. Actually, they're pretty fast on the drag strip, though. If they're tuned right, you know what I mean? If they're... Hey, we need a hood. Cool, we got a hood. Beautiful. B-E-A-U-T-ful. I already checked that part. What the heck, man? I'm slacking. I'm not seeing anything in here. No. So far, hey man, we made a deal, man. We got a hood, and it's repairable. Heck yeah. Yeah, sure, why not? We'll grab that. I think I can repair the mirrors. I think I can. There's no guarantee, but I'm pretty sure I can repair the mirrors. Alright, let's see. I need that. Because let me tell you. Oh, I gotta go over here a little bit further. Because what I have in mind, this is technically going to be a two-part video, but it's going to be two videos, but it's going to be for the same vehicle. Well, same vehicle series, I should say. You'll understand when I get back to the shop, 100%. Come on, Ram, where are you, man? I only got a hood and a mirror. I need some doors. I don't need the yellow sport. They don't fit. I know, I've already tried. They don't fit. Nothing. What the heck is going on? Yeah, it's a BMW Pro car. 79. M1 Pro car. And they're sharp looking cars. I mean, they really are. Dang. It's $4 less than what it's worth. That's almost a steal of a deal there, man. We got ourselves a Jeep. Now, do I want a Jeep? Should we buy a Jeep? I don't know. Why is it so hard to find Ram 3500 parts? What the heck's going on here? Come on, people. Wreck your vehicles. I need some parts. God dang it. Little Ranger, but I'm not putting together a Tahoe. Alright, we go to left. Here's the right. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Actually, I think we got a mirror on that door. No, we don't. Both front doors it doesn't have. We'll have to look when we get back to the shop. The truck's here, I just can't look at it at the moment. I drove it here. Let me up. Let me in. Why you gotta be like that? Aha, we made it. We survived it, man. Now, if that was bumper B, yeah, I'd be all over that, but no. No, thank you, man. I don't want that one, man. Alright, let's see. Anything in here? Nope. Son of a biscuit. Biscuit like a biscuit, you know what I mean? No, we don't need that oil pan. I'm not building that type of motor. We are building a supercharged motor, just not that kind. Man, it's so hard to find parts for the dang thing. Where's everybody? Where's everybody's parts, man? Alright, let's see. And nothing. And nothing. I think I got a yellow sport in my garage. Well, not my garage, but my car holdings. Yeah, there's an idea. Build a junkyard Jeep.
Do you know how long that would take me?
To find all the parts to make a junkyard Jeep. Like, oh my gosh. That would take me forever. I'll take that map, thank you. Maybe we'll go barn find in one of these videos. See what we can't find in a barn. Alright, let's see, nothing. Oh, pile right here. Nothing, nothing, nothing. And if I sound like I'm a little bit winded today, well, I think we need a rear bumper. I do apologize for that. Overnight last night, we got like 1.5 feet of snow. And had to shovel and undo the truck. And then after I dropped the kid off at school, came home, well, the grader went by. So I had to go out and do that. And it's wet and it's heavy and it's just, oh my gosh. That's why I chuckle at people who don't get snow. Goes, I wish we had snow. No, you don't. No, you don't. When you live with this crap for 7 months out of the year, no, you don't. But, alright. We're going to head back to the shop, and we will see y'all when we get there. Alrighty, here we are back at the shop here. Shut her down. Alright. We need the hood. Okay, so we still need the doors. Okay, but we got the rear bumper, and we got a hood. That's good. Okay, now, you see this, right? See if you guys can clue into the movie. Yellow with black stripes. No? Okay. A yellow with black stripes. You figured it out yet? And yeah. Anywho, in case y'all haven't figured it out, we are going to be creating both bumblebees from, I believe, the first and second movie, or the first movie. We got the original bumblebee out there, which it will be, even though that's too older, much older of a version of it, but it's still going to look similar. And then we got this one, which is the modern one. Now, we've already got everything basically ready to rock and roll for this one. So, let's jump on into it and get working on it, shall we? Let's take out the brake caliper. Pulley fixed. Brake pad. Rotor. Not the solid drive axle, CV axle. Take out the wheel bearing. The wheel hub. Can't forget that wheel hub, man. You gotta get that off, man. Alright, now we're gonna get out the bigger bushing. There we go. Curious, how many of you that watch the videos live in a climate that gets snow for over half the year? Let me know in the comments. See, maybe if I actually hopped on snow machines and stuff like that, maybe then be a different story. But I don't have any snow machines. All I got is my vehicle. So, mind you, it probably wouldn't be bad if people in my town actually knew how to drive in the winter. See, I only had to learn how to not learn how to drive, but relearn how to drive my truck in the winter. Because my 91, man, I can wheel that thing anywhere. All 4 seasons, makes no never mind to me. But the 2013, the first 2 years of me owning it, I was scared to damage it. A, parts are expensive to replace, and B, it was my dad's truck when he passed away. You know what I mean? So it's got a little bit of sentimental value to me. So I didn't really want to crack it up. Now, from everybody in parking lots who have door dinged it and scratched it and all that other stuff, now it's like, okay, well, the truck's got to be repainted anyway, so maybe I'm not going to be as protective on it, you know what I mean? I was that type where I would take up 4 parking spots, park in the center of all 4, just to make sure nobody went and touched it. You know what I mean? That was me. Now, whatever, I don't, I still care, but I know the truck needs to be repaired, so I'm not as overprotective of it, we'll say. Now, doesn't mean I'm going to go up and purposely damage it up and break it and destroy it. No, 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 no. But I've come to the realization that without this 4-wheel drive on the truck, I wouldn't go anywhere. I mean, not leave my house, but I mean, I would sit there, get out on the road, and it would just sit there and spin sideways. Then you're doing donuts. Fresh powder is doing donuts. Even with weight in the box. Like I got 350 pounds extra in the box. I think for me to run it 2-wheel drive in the winter, I gotta have at least 500 pounds in the box. All winter. Just to keep traction on the rear. And yes, I have snow tires. And it still just goes, nah, we're not going to do this. We're going to go that way. But you run the beast in 4-wheel drive, man, it just cuts through everything. I love it. You know? For, I don't know, up until recently, I didn't really care too much for the truck, to be honest. It's just that my 91 is broke. It needs new injectors for it and such. Which, they're 34 years old. I mean, everything on that truck is old. Nothing is new. I mean, well, new parts, but engine-wise, no. It's all original to when the truck was rolled off the showroom floor. So, but that's okay. We're gonna patch all that up. I'm still wondering if people want to see that in actual videos. Me working on my real life stuff, not just the game stuff here. I was thinking about creating a second channel just specifically for IRL repair work, you know what I mean? Would that be something that you all be interested in? If so, let me know in the comments, would you? Would you? I'd be more than happy to do it. It would probably actually gain more traction than this channel has. It would be what would put me over the edge. Alright. So I got lucky, there's no motor and tranny in this car when I got it. I was like, sweet. Bonies. There was actually nothing on it, to be honest. What you see is what I got. Well, minus what we just took off suspension-wise. So, yeah. That's okay. Yeah, that thing's still here. We're not going to pay attention to that right now, because that's for the other series. Alright, that's getting repair work done. Let's go over here and build our motor. Oh yeah, supercharged V8. Heck yeah! Now, I tried to do the best coloring that I could, but I also wanted to put my own little twist on it. Copyright reasons, you know what I mean? In case, the studio wants, hey, you're recreating stuff. That's why I never make it exactly like how it shows on camera. I do close, but I don't do it exactly for reasonings. Not that I can't. I'm choosing not to. I'm going to put that just a little bit of a different, whether it be the wrong shade of yellow, for instance, for this car, or it's not dark enough or orangey enough, or whatever the case may be. I don't want no backlash, we'll say. So yes, I know most of the time it does not look the way it's supposed to look, but that's by design, not by fault. So it's all good. It's all good, my peeps. And I'm hoping once this video goes out and drops, maybe we'll do a stream, maybe. I need to work on a schedule. Videos certain days, streams other days. Because it seems that my streams, I got it starting to pick up traction. See, it's just a bright yellow, just a little bit too bright. But at the same time, it's all good. You know what I mean? It's all good. It makes it my own. Alright, put the release bearing on. Beautiful. Put the fuel filter on. Perfect. Spin her around. Put in a camshaft. I'm going to put the Adler B on. Put the timing gear on. Or cam gear. Timing chain. Front cover. Oh yeah. Power steering pump by 4B. And you probably hear a puppy dog whining in the background. Kid's at school, so he's whining. He misses her. Poor guy. So, he does that periodically. Whenever I'm doing something, then he'll sit there and start whining. I'm not giving him all the affection and loving in the world. I mean, considering this dog came from the Humane Society, I had my doubts on him, I'm not going to lie. When we first got him, he was good for about the first 2 weeks. And then, like I was saying, I think in previous videos, for the first 2 weeks, he was down near a perfect dog. Once we told the Humane Society, the test phase was over, and we said, yeah, we're going to take him, it's like a switch flicked. And all of a sudden, he became a completely different dog. I was like, oh, really? You're doing this now? So I let the partner there take care of him, do her thing with him. And he wasn't getting better. He was just getting worse and worse and worse. Real snap happy. He was getting more or less, he was turning aggressive is what was happening. I gave her the benefit of the doubt. I said, you need to put your foot down with him. You need to be the dominant one. You need to be the master, not him. But he's controlling her. He still does today, but. So I was like, you know what? This is enough. Somebody's going to get hurt. I'm going to put a lawsuit on my hands. The dog's going to get euthanized. Nope, can't have that. So I took over the reins and I started raising him the way I feel he should be raised. Wouldn't you know it? He's damn near a perfect dog now. He's got his quirks. I mean, he really does, but, dogs went through hell in his lifetime, to be honest. Like, I don't know if he had an infection on his tail or if somebody went or attacked him when he was younger, but he's got cross-stitching on his tail, like stitches, like from something that was injury related. So, but he was like that when we got him. And he was so skinny and such a little runt. Well, not a runt, but he was freaking tiny. He's a pit bull, I'm not going to lie. He's a pit bull boxer, and he was about 45, 50 pounds when we got him. Maybe. If he had weights in this, if he had weights in the bag on the back of him or something, maybe he was that heavy. But now he's like 70, 80. He as my daughter calls him, the chunky monkey. You know what I mean? That's what she calls him. Because man, but he's not he's not fat. You know what I mean? He's solid, and he's muscle and quick. Oh my gosh, this dog! I never knew this dog had quickness in him. But I made the mistake, and well, Santa came for him for Christmas. You know how it goes. Bought him a bunch of stuff, like he does every year. This year, so far, I'm impressed. He still has stuff left. Normally, he's already got it destroyed and ripped apart by now. You know, but I decided to be, I'm gonna be a smartass, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna train him speed-wise with the laser pointer, because in my opinion, that's a good way. Like, you know how humans got to learn hand-eye coordination. Well, that's a good way for any animal to learn, paw-eye coordination, we'll say. Well, I went and bought one, and I can't pick this thing up now without him. Pointer? Playtime? But man, he is fast. I mean, he's quicker than cats. I've owned cats over the years. I had one that was stupidly fast, but this guy, oh my good gracious. I mean, you're lucky if you can get that laser pointer a foot in front of him at any point in time. Other than that, it's right on his paws at all times. And accurate. Oh my god, he pounces that thing like a cat, but man, he's dead accurate. It kind of worries me. Where did he learn that skill? But no, I've been working with him in that regards since we gotten him. And he's only getting better and better and better and better, and it's like, oh my gosh. Where have you been all my life, my boy? You know what I mean? So, alright, motor's built. It's kind of looking okay. What the heck is this nonsense? Let's put this back. Let's move this over to paint shop. Alright, let's put some interior in this beast. Kind of change the steering wheel just a bit. Just a bit. But I think it looks better in there. Alright, now body panels. Yeah, we're gonna do the mirrors different. We're gonna actually, there we go. Oh crap! Don't need to get copywritten. Alarm went off on the phone, and I have it set up for a song, so when that goes off, no matter where I am, I can determine what time it is. So, for instance, if I have one of those bad night sleeps where I'm up till 6, 7 in the morning, which happens quite regularly. That way, then I can still remember to wake up and take my pills and such before things happen. All right. Pretty sure should be almost perfect. Yep, good enough. All right, y'all ready? Look at that. See, like I said, I'm going to change the shade of it just a bit. Got to put the black stripes on it. Good, good, good. Okay, now we're going to move this over to the test path. Yeah, it's a little bit on the bright side, but better be bright than dim, right? All right, now I need this mirror. But the thing is, I couldn't really get a good, actual clear photo of the wheels. Some pictures I found, it had black wheels on it. Other pictures it had like a steel gray on it. I was like, what the heck? But they were both dark. So I was like, what's going on here? All right. Yeah, I put my own flare on, 100%. Good, good, good. All right, let's move you back to car lift B. Good, good, good. Looking good, looking snazzy. I know it's got to be more of an orangey color, but whatever. All right, let's put our suspension on. Start with the fuel tank. Oops. Start with the fuel tank. All right, let's put in the bigger bushings. But yeah, no. Let me know. Y'all ever had any real horrific experiences with pets? See me, I'll tell y'all a little story. But when I was a little kid, I was a mean SOB. To the family pet, to people, to everybody. I was just a mean SOB back when I was a youngster. Well, the way on how I was raised is you be nice to animals. Doesn't mean I listened. Doesn't mean I paid attention. And Lady, who is my family dog, excuse me here for a minute. As I was saying, Lady, the family dog, which was my parents call her Heinz 57 because she was a mixture of a bunch of different things. Well, she taught me to be nice to animals. She taught me, and I'm forever marked by her canine incisors for the rest of my life. Oh, she bit me, and I'm the one who got the smack for it. Because see, if the dog would have randomly just bit me for no reason, then I could see, something would happen with the dog. But because I antagonized it and was mean to the dog, and the dog, defended herself, my dad gave me the smack. Which I didn't understand it back then. I was like, what the heck? He loves the dog more than he loves me. But no, it's teaching me the principle of it. You can't torment an animal and expect them not to retaliate against you. That's not the way this works. See, if you're mean to a dog and the dog bites you, well, that's on you. But now if the dog's, you're not doing nothing wrong to the animal and the animal bites you, well, then you might have problems there. And you might have to do the unthinkable. But, like my one dog, Diesel. Yeah, that'll work. That works. I get a little choked up when I talk about him because that was my boy, man. Well, here's the thing. I'll give you guys a little bit of backstory on it. We were living with my partner's parents at the time, well, mom and stepdad, and every time we'd leave the area, we'd put them out in the pen. They'd be outside. And I wasn't for that, just to let you guys know. I wasn't down with that, but didn't really have a choice. My hands were tied. They didn't like him anyway. But anyway, something had gotten into the pen where they were all kept and went after the dogs. One dog, he ended up missing half his ear. My dog was injured on his paw. Unfortunately, mine had to have a muzzle on it because if not, he'd go after the other animals. So when we left the area, he had to have a muzzle on him. Let me tell you, the last time he ever had a muzzle on his face. Because I can promise you, my dog wouldn't have been muzzled. Whatever it was that went after them would have been laying in the pen with them. But anywho, we come back, and normally my dog's the first one barking, excited, Dad's here, ready to come and see me. Oh, wrong wheel. And he didn't. I never heard a peep out of him. I was like, what the heck is going on with this? So we end up going in the pen. He's limping. Bring him in the house, bandage him up, patch him up, fix him up. And, well, my daughter, who was just a toddler, just a baby, the story on how this one played out was he was injured laying on the floor in the living room in the place. I told my partner and her mom, do not let Meadow, my daughter, crawl on the dog because the dog is going to react. He's injured. He's sore. He's in excruciating pain. Like, you touch an injury, he's gonna nip. Hell, he would nip at me from the injury. He's sore. That's how dogs, react, and that's how they communicate. Well, guess what? They got too zoned into the damn TV, and I hold myself partly responsible for this too, because I should have been in there watching. or I should have called him out to the trailer sooner. But I didn't, and he bit my daughter. Now everybody there was saying it was a kill bite. It wasn't, because my dog was trained to kill, and this was just a get the F off me bite, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sore, leave me alone. Is it right for him to do that? No, it wasn't, but, you know, it happened. Well, my dog is no longer here. It was horrific. I still get sad over that guy. Because I got him, I want to say third hand, I guess. Because I got him from my partner's mom and stepdad, and they were going to euthanize him because they couldn't control him. And personally, it's because they didn't spend any time with him. He's a good family dog. He really was. And I tried explaining this to them, but they didn't want to listen, so I ended up taking him on. And, you know, I had this dog completely trained. Like, he was awesome. He was amazing. But every now and then, you know, he'd bust free and he'd go for his run. Technically, he ran away, but he didn't, because he always came back. He just wanted to, you know, he was a Dutch Shepherd. He needed to run. So, you know, I've clocked this dog doing 75, 80 kilometers an hour. Just running. Just running. Ooh, that looks good. I like that. So, needless to say, years go by, and then I get another dog. His name is Harley. He was like 5 different breeds of Mastiffs in one, but if you look on Google and you type in Brazilian Mastiff, the brindle color, that's what Harley looked like, straight up. Beautiful dog. And I've been around him since he was a puppy. I mean, like, just fresh born. I mean, like, I think it was the day of his birth or the day after his birth. I got second pick of the litter because my cousin, who was also friends with the breeder, she got first pick, probably because she was a female. Whatever it is, what it is. And you know, he was an awesome dog. You know, he chose me. I didn't pick. He came up to me first, you know, and snuggled in my lap. There might be pictures of that on my Facebook, if I'm not mistaken. The link for that's in the. It's not in the description, but you got to go to my actual YouTube page and click on more. I think more info or something, and it has links to my YouTube, my Instagram. Or yeah, well, it does have my link to my YouTube, but it also has my link to my Instagram, my Facebook, Gmail if anybody wants to send me an email. And I think there's something else in there too. I can't remember. I can't remember. So, but he lasted 8 years, and then he got bloat because his stomach twisted at both ends, and that's once again partly my responsibility and my fault, because, you know, when we would do tricks with him, he would roll over. Well, I didn't realize that was actually causing more harm than good. So, word of advice: if you have a big-chested dog, do not get them to roll over, because you're liable to cause your dog to have bloat as well. And it's not a good thing. What happens is their stomach expands beyond all recognition and ends up taking in air. They can't eat, they can't drink, they can't do their business, and it's just not good. It's just a bad situation all the way around. If I could go back and do it all over again, the dog would never ever do a rollover once. And then we got the one we got now, Spade, and my partner there decided that she was going to try to get him to start doing rollover. I said, not a chance. Not a chance. Not another dog of mine is going to ever do rollovers. You know, they roll over, you give them a treat, right? None of mine are ever going to be doing that again. Not after what happened with the last one. You know, I live and learn, right? Unfortunately, sometimes it's a hefty price you got to pay. You know, I lost my best friend because of it twice. Well, once, but But it is what it is, man. It's life, right? You gotta persevere forward. But I figure, talking about animal stories and you know, you guys got any fond memories of animals? You guys got any animal stories? If so, drop it in the comments. Let me know. I normally respond to comments unless they're like completely negative. Like a person commented on one of my truck simulator videos that the engine sound made his ears bleed. Huh? Sucks to be you. Not my issue. Turn the volume down. Just trying to be a smartass. It's like, well, what is the purpose of putting a comment like that in there? That's information I don't really need to know. That's your issue, not mine. Negative comments like that, I just ignore them. I've learned. So if it's too negative of a comment, I'm probably not going to respond to it. Just to let you know. I mean, yeah, some negativity like, thanks for buying the game and doing it. Now I'm not going to be wasting my money on it. Blah 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 blah. Well, that's something different. You're welcome. Glad I could be of service. Not being a smartass and being truthful. Glad I could be of service. Help save some money. But like real negativity stuff, nah. I don't need to hear it. Trying to live negative-free life. I've dealt with negativity too many years in my life. I think there's time to live on easy street, I guess you could say. Alright, put this one in. Put the drive shift in. Put in the other drive shaft. Put in the battery, since we're Stretch Armstrong right now. She's 100%. Beautiful. BEAUT. No, wait, no, we're gonna darken the windows just a bit. Perfect. Perfection. I think actually looks pretty damn good. We need to use the equipment, not get rid of it. So you know what? You're right. This is driving me nuts. Because I know. Oh crap, I screwed it up, didn't I? Alright, I'm gonna go like so. There we go. It looks a little bit more better, doesn't it? Actually, it looks almost exactly like it. Pretty good, yeah. Alright. Now let's bring this over to the alignment shop. Oh yeah, it looks a lot better. It's not as in your face like, hey, I'm right here. That was pretty simple. Alright. That's easy. You gotta lift it straight up. Nice. This one gotta bring it down some, and we gotta slide it to the right. Slide it to the right just a bit. Perfect. Now, that was a show off. Let's bring over to the old Dino. Yeah, that looks so much nicer. Looks more authentic. You know what, we're gonna keep that at 391 or 390. Dang, what was that? Well, hello. That was easy. This car wants to be tuned. Alright, factory power is 623 horsepower at 6,400 RPM and 570 pound-feet of torque at 5,300 RPM. Let's see how much we've actually increased it by and see what our drag rating is, shall we? Here we go. Off the chart, look at that. Still climbing. Kind of leveled off. Alright. The new power numbers are 1,191 horsepower at 6,400 RPM, so really not much different there, which is an increase of 568 horsepower or 92%. And our torque is 1,061 at about, 5,300 RPM, so it's really not much difference there at all. 492 pound-feet and 87% increase is what that would be about. And our drive rating is now A at 656. Alright. So, tell me all something. How well do you think I did on this one? Actually, it looks so much better now. Looks so much better. What's the value on this bad boy worth? 151,000. I sure as heck didn't put that into it, but okay. I will take it. But alright, everybody. I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. Please do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell, and make sure you click all. And if you ever so choose to, don't forget to share the video. And we will catch you on the next one. Bye, everyone.